Next Generation Village is Advanced Recovery Systems adolescent facility. It's a 40-bed facility in Sebring, Florida. Beautiful location, right on an enormous lake. But that's not what makes it special. You know, the aesthetics are one thing, and it's a gorgeous, newly built building. But what makes it so incredible is the treatment and the care that the kids or the adolescents get while they're there. The 40 beds are split into 2 floors where we have males downstairs and females upstairs, so they're segregated by gender. They've got an education lab on both floors, so boys and girls are separated for education. They've got a minimum of 4 hours of programming school-wise every day that's put into their groups. And so we've got a very intense program, not only on education around school, making sure that when they get back to programming, or when they're done with their programming, they can go back to school and pick up where they left off, so that, you know, that's not one more stressor on them that they're now behind in school. Then we also focus on, obviously, their addiction and the issues they're having at home. One of the things we do is we work very closely with the Department of Children and Families in the state of Florida, making sure that we report back with them. We work hand in hand to make sure the children are safe when they leave our program. We explore upon their admission to our program, making sure that they were safe from a family environment, and if they were not, we address that with the state and with the children and with the families. Family therapy is a huge component, more so even than the adult facilities. As I'm sure you're aware, you know, going back to the environment when you've got an adolescent, you want to make sure when that child gets home that they have some really good resources, whether it be family, to be strong, to keep them away from their friends that may have been bad influences, or they may have influenced and still may not be ready to make that change. But there's also potentially a family issue, and so we want to make sure we understand all of those dynamics of what they're going back to. The other piece that's really important to mention is, as Advanced Recovery Systems across the country, we are all voluntary facilities, so anybody can check themselves in or out at any time. We don't do any court-ordered mandate programming. But one of the things, even though our adolescent program is voluntary, these are minors, and there's no minor that is going to voluntarily check themselves into the facility. So while it's voluntary, it's the parent or guardian that's typically checking them in voluntarily and not allowing them to leave, because they do not have the ability to discharge themselves. And so while the majority of patients that come into programming, or residents that come into Advanced Recovery Systems programs, are ready and engaged to be in a treatment facility, many of these children are there against their particular will. And so it takes a particular strength and a particular type of clinician and medical team to engage these kids. And we have had some amazing success stories. And we receive letters and feedback from the adolescents that have graduated from our program all the time. So very thankful, not only the kids, but their families. And that is truly, you know, one of the reasons I've gotten into this, is to see these success stories and to see that we really can make a difference.